I'm going to be doing a new series. We're going to be starting. It's going to be tutorials on how to do some staking and liquidity pools. So the first episode here, we're going to be doing Shibaswap. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Shiba. I'm not sure how many of you have actually used Shibaswap before. Shibaswap is a decentralized finance system that allows you to do trades similar to Uniswap. So it's like an exchange, right? It's a DEX, decentralized exchange. So we're going to be going over liquidity pools, how to stake, and how to yield farm. So yield farming is a secondary aspect to liquidity pools. So first we're going to cover how do you actually put your tokens in the liquidity pool. So starting here, we're going to go to dig. They call dig is provide liquidity. What you're going to do is you're going to either create a pair, which is where you assign either ETH or the equivalent. So here we can do an ETH bone pair here. As you can see, it shows you some information here. The ratio of bone to ETH to bone ratio, and then the share of the pool. So they don't show you that much, but you can see that you can put some in here, and you can get an idea of what you're talking about here. So I have insufficient bone balance here, so they're not letting me do that. Let's see here. There you go. So there you go. So you need to have the equivalent amount here. So I didn't have enough bone to match how much ETH I have. So what you do is you click supply, and it'll show you a display of what you have available here. Pretty simple, straightforward. You share the pool. You just hit confirm supply, and that triggers a transaction pop-up, and then you hit confirm or reject. You can adjust the gas fees based on what is available. You can check on Etherscan gas tracker. Let's just type it into Google, you'll find it. It's really simple. Shows you what the going rates are, just in case Uniswap doesn't have the actual going rate. Sometimes these things can change, and just check beforehand. Sometimes you might save yourself $5 or $10. It's just a good idea. And then you just hit save after you adjust your gas limit and your gas price. And the amount of Gwei. Gwei is the units of Ethereum. That's they call it Satoshis for Bitcoin. Gwei is for Ethereum. Hit save, then you'll hit confirm here, and then it will just go to pending. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to spend ETH fees just for a video, but you get the idea. Then it'll show up here. It'll show pending across your wallet, and then when it's done pending, then the tokens will get dumped into your wallet, and you can check by just clicking up here on this little icon, and you should be able to see what is available inside your wallet in the assets area. So that's how you put your tokens into the liquidity pool. Now, after you get those tokens, what you'll get is you actually get something here. I'll show you. Let's see here. It'll show this. It'll show SSLP, which is just the liquidity pool token. So this says you'll have a certain amount of SSLP. Now, you can go over here. After that, you click back out and you go to WOOF. So WOOF is yield farming. Now what you do is you click on the pool that you just assigned those tokens to, and then now you'll assign your LP tokens to a yield farming pool. So what do you do? Bone ETH. So you just click on Bone W ETH. The W just means wrapped, so it just means it's a wrapped ETH token. So you just click on that, and then you can add liquidity. You click on add liquidity. You put in I don't have any Bone liquidity pool tokens here, but what will happen is that you'll click on the correct amount, you'll put the max in, you click on that, and just like before, a pop-up icon will show here with a contract. You can adjust the gas depending on how much you want, depending on the gas tracker, how fast you want it, if you want it to be a sure thing going through or not. And then you just click here, and now you will get access to the APR. So that just builds up, and then if you want to claim your tokens, what you do is you click here, you click WOOF, and then you have to pay the amount. It's a little spendy. You just got to make sure it's actually worth it to get this, so you might want to let it build up a little bit so you're not constantly having to spend these gas fees. And then you hit confirm, it gets transferred to your account. and then you can even go back and then bury it again and then compound your interest. So that's how a lot of people do it. You can do it with any of these token series. You can see there's a lot to choose from with varying APR. Leash, bone, leash with. So there's a lot of options. This applies to different types of dexes. Most dexes have something similar to this. I can still do a video on those if you guys are curious, but I'm just showing you right now for SHIB how that works. So obviously from there it's pretty simple. So that's how you do LP tokens. If you want to stake on Shibaswap, you can stake through here. It's even more streamlined, so they show you how much you get. Yeah, you can bury leash, bury SHIB, bury bone. Bury is staking, so you just go through here. Now you do have to stake it to a contract address, so it does leave your wallet, FYI. Some people don't like that. I don't mind specifically because I'm doing it on the official website, but yeah, I wouldn't be doing this if it was some random website, let's just say. So then you can unstake and stake. Unstaking is just as simple as staking. You just hit approve. You type in the amount you want to unstake. A contract comes up. You hit OK. The gas gets paid, and then you get your tokens back. So it's pretty straightforward. Staking is a little simpler. There's not 2 steps. There's just 1 step. The NFT thing, that's still coming through here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a review here just so you guys can see. Bonefolio, this is actually kind of interesting. It's a fairly unique thing. It shows you the historical rate of staking. For instance, if you want to go look at bury leash, because the rates can change depending on how many people are staking it versus not. It's a little, as you can see, it's a little unstable right now. You just have to go back and click on it again if it fails. So you can see here the APR and APY are adjusting depending on the amount of people that are staking it. It can go up and go down. So it's showing you some information here. Supply is going up as people are minting more and more. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot of information here. Wolf pools, I'll show you the amount in the pools. Bone pool. So it just shows you the amount in the pool. This is good to know if you're trying to figure out if you're going to get impermanent loss, or if you're going to, if the pool is too small for you to withdraw, sometimes that can be an issue. If the pool shrinks while you're in it, and you might get less tokens out if there's no tokens left in the pool, kind of thing. But you should be fine for the most part. So that just shows you that the stability of the pool is good. It's growing over time. We're staying around the same amount roughly, but it's still stable, which is important as the pool gets older. So anyway, some information there. It's good for analysis, figuring out what you want to do when you stake it, because you have to think about LP tokens are very similar to trading in terms of that there's risk. You have to pay attention to it. You can't just let it sit there forever. Otherwise, you might end up with some issues when you finally go to check out, and maybe you weren't paying attention, and, you could have slippage, liquidity, pool issues, like, for instance, impermanent loss, depending on the price that you got in there. So just be aware of these things. It's pretty simple, though. So this shouldn't be a long episode. Swapping is the same as Uniswap. If you've done it before, you just put in the token you want to swap for, you select from the list. If you don't know the list, just so you guys know, this applies to all tokens here. I'll show you. CoinGecko. You just type into CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. This both works. You type in the coin you want to look at, for instance, SHIB. If you're trying to buy a smaller cap coin, what you'll do is you'll grab the contract address. You can see right here. You copy it. You put it into the address bar. As you can see, it pops right up. You click on that. In this case, you can't click on it because I already have it active, but you get the idea. You can also search SHIB. You can add it to the list, and then you go. There you go. You just enter in the amount you want to do. You adjust your slippage accordingly, and then enter contract address. Pops up. You're good to go. Move on to the next one. So that's pretty much covers it for SHIB and Shibaswap. I'll be doing FLM next because I had some requests for that. So we're going to be covering Flamingo and how to stake and do liquidity pool staking for Flamingo. So I'll talk to you guys later.